Hello and good morning and happy new year to you, firstly and foremost. Actually, I'm going to wait to say that and say it again to you because sometimes I have those ads on, and you have to get rid of the ads. So I like to pad it out a little bit with talking just in case you miss me. So I'm going to say Happy New Year, everybody. Happy 2022. Hope you're all good. I'm really looking forward to getting back into a little bit of a routine. It seemed to be a long break, which is really lovely. Took all the Christmas decorations and stuff down yesterday, had a bit of a clean. Not really done any, I've done some crafting over Christmas, and obviously I've kept going with the coffee and cards and the paper crafts and piano. I've kept going with those, and I've had a little bit of a play with the new products. So not only is it the first coffee and card of 2022, God, my glasses need a bit of a clean. It's also new mini catalogue day and celebration day today, so it's all going on. I'm going to do a Facebook Live this afternoon just going through the catalogues with you, so do join me for that if you can. If not, I will upload it onto YouTube. So I'm going to turn the camera around. Whoops, struggling, sorry about that. Throwing you all over the place today. And there we go. So I'm back in the office today for the first time since, I'm going to call it not the office anymore. Let's call it Paper Haven HQ. Back at HQ today for the first time since, I think, 22nd of December, something like that. So I'm just going to give my glasses a clean on my... I have got some glasses wipes in my bag, so I will sort that out after. So I hope you've all got your coffee or drink of choice. I've got my cappuccino there, and we are going to do coffee and card round 17, week 3. Now, before I start, I want to tell you, because it's only 3 weeks until the next round of coffee and card, and I've only had one person join so far. So I want to go through again what I'm going to be using. A little bit different this time, which I'm really, really excited about. Going to be using the Daffodil Daydream stamp set. Option A is stamp set only. Option B includes the dies as well. Now, you don't have to watch live, and there's loads of dies in here, and you can make your own daffodil builders, and there's dies to cut out these images. You don't have to watch live, as you know. Do you know, I've not even said good morning to folks. So good morning, Lorraine. Good morning, Anne. Good morning, Barb. Good morning, Diane. Good morning, Fiona. I'm posting your catalogues today. I put a note on the group yesterday, because the ones for the launch have got a few extra bits and bobs in them. So I'm finishing up those off today, because I've had a bit of a break over Christmas. So yes, the coffee and card next round includes the Daffodil Daydream stamp set, and it doesn't include an ink pad this time because it's going to include some stamping blends, 2 colours which you can change out if you've got them, Daffodil Delight and Old Olive. So we're going to be doing lots of colouring techniques. It's also going to include half a pack of the gorgeous celebration papers, which are these daffodil ones here. So you'll get half a pack of these wonderful papers that you've seen me use. I thought I'd do a shout out about it before we start, while I've got your attention. So these are some of the cards that I have done so far with it that I'm looking forward to. This is my absolute favourite one that I made over the Christmas break, actually. And I will be adapting this slightly, but I'm going to make something like this with you, which is very exciting because I've coloured this ribbon with the pens, and I've also coloured the gems on the background, so I'm going to be showing you how to do that as well. So it's going to be a lovely coffee and card that starts on the 25th of January, and you can book here. events.thepaperhaven.co.uk. So that's the little plug for that. I will be sharing more projects and the catalogues in more detail on my Facebook Live. Hiya Kath, and Happy New Year to you. Or Happy New Year Diane. I will be sharing more on my Facebook Live this afternoon, which I will pop on here as well. The last day to book, Fiona, well, orders are pretty busy at the minute, so I need to post stuff out for coffee and card around the 20th to make sure it's there. I'm just thinking off the top of my head, so I would say really by this weekend, to ensure that I've got the stuff to send you. If you're not bothered about sort of missing the first one and catching up, then that's okay. But I usually allow 2 weeks before it starts. But there'll have been a lot of orders today, so I'm really looking forward to doing that with you. Okay, so today we're going to do a thank you card, and we're going. It's all sort of green today, using Just Jade ink. And let's open up our pack. Oh, I've done a really good job there, look at that. Okay. So inside your pack, you should have a Just Jade card base, which we are going to open like that. I'm just wondering if you could do it the other way, if you preferred a portrait one, probably could. So you've got Just Jade card base, then you've got a piece of Just Jade card, which if you are making with other things, this is 12 by 8 centimetres is the backing card. Okay, then you have one of these from the Stitched So Sweetly. You've also got a piece of the Just Jade and Gold metallic ribbon, which I haven't really used before. Okay, and that's all in your pack. And then you need a piece of this, which is this on the back. Okay, we used this last week, didn't we? Yeah, we used it last week, and we are using it again next week, but you had a whole sheet, so you should have plenty. We're also going to use this piece, but not this side. We're going to use this sort of marble design one here. And then we need a plant top, which I'm going to use this one, and a pot, and I'm going to use this one. So whilst you sort of get stuff together, I'm going to cut out my little pot. And oh, look at that, just there on the edge of the paper, we shall use that one. So I was going to say I hope you've all had a lovely Christmas, but I've obviously done 2 lives since Christmas. I did coffee and card last week, and also paper crafts and piano last week. Okay, so I've just cut that one out. I'll pop that to one side. And I'm going to cut out the little pot. Apologies for Thursday night's abrupt ending of Paper Crafts and Piano. I think I know what the problem is, was my phone storage. I've had problems with it, and what's been happening is YouTube has been, when I do a live, it's been storing the lives not only on my YouTube channel, but also on my phone, on the YouTube app. And when I kept looking, it kept going up and up and up, the data and documents. And my phone is for anyone who's into sort of tech and stats, my iPhone is 128 gigabyte one, and YouTube was taking up 85 gigabytes. So I was getting towards using up all my storage all the time. And I think that's why it cut out. I don't think it was Wi-Fi related. So someone said to me that you could delete the app from your phone and reinstall it, and that would solve it. But I was very wary of doing that because I didn't want to lose all my videos on my channel. So I tested it on an old phone, and it seemed to work. Anyway, the good news is it's all okay now. So I'm hoping that I don't have any, touch wood, I don't have any more issues with it. Okay, so I've cut my plant out, and I have cut my pot out, that little plant and the pot. So I'm going to take this and do a little bit of stamping, only one bit of stamping today. And I'm using the Just Jade ink, which was included when we did that penguin coffee and card, if you remember. And I'm going to grab my block. Goodness me, have I remembered everything this morning? Because I must admit, it was a bit of a shock to the system this morning, getting ready and everything. Oh look, I even had one in here that I've cut out already. I've put the slow cooker on for tea tonight and things like that. And I had to have a shower and wash my hair, and I thought, oh, I don't know if I'm going to do everything in time. So I'm going to take the thanks, because this fits in. The happy birthday might be a bit big. So I'm just going to practice with that one there. Okay. And I've got my mat. And if you look at this one, I've gone right up to the stitched bit. So it's sort of halfway in the middle and right up to the stitched bit. Like that. I've got a bit of ink on my hands there. Let's try and leave that. Okay, so move that to one side, and then that's all there is for stamping. You're very quiet this morning, ladies. If you can do a thumbs up, please, that would be amazing. Okay, so we better do some cutting. I'll just reach for my trimmer. Now, the background piece, the marble piece, which is this piece here, we are going to cut this 14.3 by 10. Okay, that's for the background. Now, this is a little bit trickier. What I would ask you to do is cut a bit off to start with at 7.5. Remembering we do need a piece left next week, and I'm going to show you next week's card. You do need to have a piece for next week's that goes horizontally, and that's about 13.3 by 9. So as long as you've got that left, I think you'll be fine. But this is going to be 7.5. Now this, I fiddled about with this. So we've got it at 7.5, and that's the height there. And I've measured these, and the measurement is quite a tricky measurement. To fit them in and have a similar gap, it's between 2.6 and 2.7 on the centimetres. Oh, I need to tell you the DSP is 14.3, oops, by 10 centimetres. Okay, so this is going to be between 2.6 and 2.7. It might actually be easier, Julie, to do it at this side, which of course it is. I always do it the tricky way. So what I'm going to do is that's one, and it sort of I want them to continue on. I want the pattern to continue. So what I'm going to do is put it like that, like a jigsaw, if that makes sense, and then that will go there. So between 2.6 and 2.7 centimetres. And that's going to go there. And that's going to go there. So I'm going to type that up. So DSP is 7.5 centimetres tall, and then each piece okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to make a little background, like a tiled background. Oh, I've got them in the wrong order. Oh, bless. I did so good to get them in the right order. I think this, I've seen a lot of this pattern for wallpaper. Like, in fact, my mum and dad have got it in their downstairs loo. They've got like one wall. I think it's just some like sticky, like a sticky Fablon type thing to do on walls. It does look rather nice. Okay, so that's going to go on there and create a background. Does that make sense? Say yes, Julie, if that's okay. Right, I'm just going to have another drink. What time are we on? Oh, I've got my bobble, so tie my hair back. And I've not done it. Okay, so I'm going to take my glue and you will have a gap all the way around. And a gap in between that's about 2-3 millimeters. Hi Deanne, hope you're all right and Happy New Year. So the new catalogue is live today and I'm going to be going through it on Facebook at 1:30 this afternoon, and I will put the video on here, going through my top picks, my faves and things, etc. Can't wait to do all my classes with the new stuff. And as I keep saying, all my classes up to the end of March and beyond really, because I've got a couple for April that are already on, including our big Paper Crafts and Piano Live event. No, well, we have talked about it a bit, Fiona, but I didn't know I was going to ask me on Christmas Day. But we have sort of, like you do, talked about our future. Okay, so I'm going to glue this on to the back. I love the contrast there between that marble and the just jade. Okay, and that you see then is going to look so lovely on there like that. And I have to say I cased this design similar to this from my friend Helen Reed, all things stampy. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to tie, before I stick this down, I'm going to tie my ribbon. I'm doing it upside down, but I want it to be at the right hand side, and then when I turn it round it will be on the left. Okay, obviously I need to zhuzh that a little bit, so I'm going to just make that not really tight in the middle. Like that. Okay, and then this is going to go on here like that. And I've layered that up with some dimensionals if you want to. It's your card, you can do what the heck you like. Oh, 15 on today. I think today's the day a lot of people are back at work, back at school. It seems to have been a really long break this time because of, I think, where the weekends were placed. Okay, so I'm just going to have a little gap here so you see some of the paper, and it's going to be nearer to the bottom than to the top. If that makes sense, like that. I do need to trim that off. If you did the parcel in the post with this set of papers, then you could easily do this card or all of these cards. And then that's going to go on here with an equal border all the way around. Like that. And then I'm going to stick this down here, and I'm going to layer the pot up with a foam pad with a dimensional. Just the one. And there we go. There is today's card. So let's clear the decks as always. And there are my 2 cards so far. Last week, if you remember, what have we got so far? Last week we made this one. Yeah. First week we did this one, didn't we? Yeah. We did that one the first week. Oops. So we can, let's see what we've got so far. We've got 1, 2, 3. I can't believe we're on week 3. We've done week 3 already. Week 3, and then next week, bit of cutting next week. We're going to be doing this one next week. Okay. Obviously, you might need to do a different sentiment there because that's from the actual plant. stamp set, but I've got a fancy fold. I'm not going to show it to you now. And for the last week, for week 5, I've got a fancy fold. So next week, oh, thank you, Kerry. Thanks for leaving a comment. So next week is week 4. So if you do want to take part in the next round of coffee and card round 18, if you could please let me know by the weekend, that would be, I'd really appreciate that. And then I can hopefully get the things to you in time. But I will go over that. I will keep reminding you. Don't you worry about that. Over the course of the next few days. We still have 17 seats left for our Paper Crafts and Piano Live at the hotel in April. And we're really looking forward to that. So please, if you have any questions, please do ask me about that, and I'd love to help you out. And if you want to join me, I will be on Facebook at 1:30 going through the celebration and the mini catalogue with you and picking out my favourite items. So for now, I will say goodbye and thank you for joining me. I'm going to crack on. I've got things to post out. I've got photos to take, kits to prep, Facebooks to do, emails to answer. So I best get on. It's always an exciting day on the first day of the new catalogue and always a busy day. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your comments and for keeping me company. And I will see you on Thursday night, or I'll see you on Facebook this afternoon. Or if not, I will see you on Thursday night for Paper Crafts and Piano. Thank you. Bye.